So, world, it's the Prince of Venus back at it. It's our new season in the skies, baby, and it just so happens to be Sagittarius season. That's right, we reached the last season of the fall, so it's time for all the Sagittarius to come out and show us all how to be wild and free, because y'all got the juice. Alright, so happy birthday and happy solar return to all the Sagittarius out there. Hope you guys enjoy your solar year. Now let's talk about your 2025-2026 solar year forecast. Let's see what energies is ahead of y'all this solar year. Alright, Sag, now before we take a look at the new energies coming towards y'all this solar year, let's talk a little bit about the old energy that you guys are dealing with this past solar year. Starting with the Saturn and Pisces energy, which you guys are currently still dealing with right now because it's in retrograde. But the main part of this energy was earlier this year, and it really ended towards the end of May. But what this energy was bringing you guys was a lot of hard work, stress, a lot of discipline surrounding your home, family life, and also your emotional stability. Okay, so you guys have been probably been putting a lot of hard work in here, especially right now since this planet is back in retrograde. It's here for you guys to top the loose ends or fix the whatever issues and concerns that you didn't fix in the past. Okay, it's important that you guys do so right now, because you got till February before the energy changes, right? And it's gonna put you guys in a hard situation or hard place in life if you guys haven't fixed these issues and concerns before the energy changes, right? So just remember that is one main energy from this past solar year that's gonna continue into this solar year that you guys need to address. All right, now the other major energy that you guys are dealing with this past solar year was the Jupiter and Gemini energy, which really ended towards the summertime. So June 9th is when this energy ended. So the early part of this year, you guys may have had a lot of new experiences surrounding your relationships. All right, maybe a lot of growth in your relationships, right? Most likely if you was vibing high. Now if you wasn't vibing high, this is probably affecting you right now within the new energy. Okay, so hopefully you guys were vibing high, making the right decisions and choices with these old energies, because it probably is affecting you right now as we speak. All right, now let's take a look at the long-term energy. Now, the first long-term energy that you guys are dealing with this past solar year and currently still dealing with because in retrograde is the Uranus and Taurus energy, which really ended in the summertime. Before July 7th was when this energy was in full effect. And what this was bringing you guys a lot of uncontrollable and revolutionary changes when it came down to your habits, your daily routines, or even your health. Okay, a lot of you guys were dealing with a lot of changes here, and hopefully you guys have been able to kind of understand these changes and know how to work with these changes to better your lives. All right, because now that this planet is in retrograde, it's here for you guys to top the loose ends, fix and have a better understanding of these changes. All right, if you haven't had, or if you don't already have a grasp on these changes that's happening when it comes down to your health, your habits, and your daily routines, it's important that you guys get these changes squared away. So, and make sure that you understand these changes and know how to work with them, because you gotta up until April 25th before the energy changes. So you want to be in a good place when this energy changes, because this is, like I said, a long-term energy. So it's an important energy to know and understand. All right, so make sure that you're paying attention to the changes again in your home life. Your health, your habits, and your daily routines. Okay, so it's important that you guys make sure that you pay attention to that. And also with the other long-term energy is the Neptune and Pisces energy, which has been here for a long time, but it's currently in retrograde for you guys to just have a better understanding and have a better feeling about your spiritual nature surrounding your family and your home life, all right, or your domestic lives. All right, so you guys are gonna have been having a lot of spiritual influence surrounding your home and family life. So it's important that you guys make sure that while this energy is in retrograde currently till end of January, that you get a better understanding of the spiritual dynamics surrounding your home and family life. All right, remember this is a long-term energy, so it's important that you just aware of this energy, okay, before it shifts. All right, so that's the long-term energies that you guys were dealing with this past solar year. All right, Sagittarius, let's talk about the new energies coming towards y'all this solar year, starting with the Saturn moving into Aries energy, which will be in full effect February 13th. But you guys did get a sneak preview of this energy this past summer from May 24th all the way to September, this energy was here. So a lot of you guys may have been feeling a lot of stress, a lot of issues and concerns surrounding the things that you love to express, all right? The way that you have fun, the things that you enjoy, all right? Even your children, if you have them, okay? A lot of stress and a lot of issues and difficulties surrounding these areas, okay? So you guys may have been struggling to have fun and enjoyment this past summer. Well, if you guys were experiencing that, get ready for that to be in full effect coming February, right? So it's important that you guys pay attention to these energies, okay? So you handle it better or know how to handle it when the energy goes direct in full effect in February, right? So just make sure that you paying attention to the things that you love and enjoy, right? A lot of stress and discipline is gonna be asked from you surrounding that, right? So it's important that you guys pay attention to that energy. And also the other new energy that you guys are gonna be experiencing this solar year, well, you guys are currently experiencing right now, is the Jupiter in Cancer energy, which is really bringing you guys a lot of new experiences, okay? A lot of growth when it comes down to you guys investments, okay? The things that you desire most, all right? A lot of new experience has been happening here. So hopefully if you've been vibing high, you guys been experiencing some crazy new things surrounding your investments or the things that you secretly desire, okay? So a lot of interesting things may be happening for you guys over here, but it's important that you guys keep vibing high, because right now this energy's in retrograde, so it's gonna be at its strongest point from now all the way up until March, all right? So it's important that you guys vibe high and just kind of do what you need to do and make the right decisions and choices to manifest the right things from this energy, all right? Before it changes again next July of next summer, all right? And when it changes again, it's gonna bring a lot of new experiences going into the things that you believe in most, right? Spiritual beliefs, your moral beliefs, or the things that you want to learn about, right? Your higher learning, okay? So it's important that you guys pay attention to this energy, vibe high, so you can manifest and attract the right new experiences, all right? So pay attention to these energies. Okay, now let's take a look at the new long-term energy, Sagittarius. Starting with the Uranus moving to Gemini energy, which you guys got a sneak preview of for a few months from July to November. But this energy will be direct or in full effect towards the end of April of next year. So what you guys may have noticed was a lot of uncontrollable or revolutionary changes coming towards your relationships, the people you deal with on a one-on-one basis, your business partners, okay? A lot of changes may have started happening here or will start happening here if you haven't noticed already. So it's important that you guys pay attention to this energy and you kind of understand how to work with this energy, because like I said, it is a long-term energy. So just be prepared for these revolutionary changes surrounding your relationships. And also the other long-term new energy is the Neptune moving to Aries energy, which will be direct end of January. So what you guys will be feeling is a more spiritual influence surrounding things that you love and enjoy most, all right? Things that you love to express, or even your children, if you have more, gonna have them, all right? You're gonna have a lot of spiritual back end and just a lot of spiritual manifestations happening here. So it's important that you guys just vibe high, keep it spiritual when it comes down to the things that you love and enjoy most, all right? It's important that you guys stay spiritual for the long term in this area of life, all right? So just remember that it is long-term energy, so it's here to stay for a while. So just pay attention to that. And once again, Sagittarius, just remember, with the long-term energies, you got the Uranus and Gemini energy for about 5 to 6 years. You got the Neptune and Aries energy for about 15 years. And then you also got the Pluto and Aquarius energy, which I didn't talk too much about, which is just pretty much taking power and control over your social life, all right? The people that you deal with in your community, all right? The things that you're curious to learn about, okay? All these things is important that you take power and control over, so you're not being swayed by other people or other things, all right? So just remember, with that Pluto and Aquarius energy, it's here for 18 to 19 years, all right? So just pay attention to these long-term energies and just make sure that you ride the wave with these energies and just know how to deal with them for the long haul. All right, Sagittarius, so overall, just remember, for this solar year, the key focus is to learn from your home domestic issues and concerns, all right? Whatever that you got going on with your family life or with your emotional stability, it's important that you learn from these issues and concerns, okay? So you could develop and be a better person from it, all right? These issues and concerns are happening for a reason. So it's important that you guys learn from it. And also it's important that you pay attention to the experiences that you're having behind the scenes, or about the things that you don't want to share with many people, your secret life, all right? And it's important that you make sure that you're paying attention to the type of experiences that you're having and you're learning from it, okay? Because these experiences are happening for a reason. They're happening for growth, all right? So remember, the things that you're invested in, the things that you desire most, learn from these experiences that you're having around it, all right? So my recommendation for you, Sagittarius, is to slow down on the part of life and the things that you the things that bring you guys pleasure, the things that make you go wild. It's time to kind of slow down and just make sure that you have a little more structure surrounding how you have fun and enjoy yourself. So it's important that you guys bring discipline in this area of life, and also that you guys pay attention towards the big decisions you make surrounding your investments and also relationships, all right? It's important that you guys pay attention to these, all right? And make sure that you vibe high so you make the right decisions and choices when it comes to these investments and relationships in your life this solely, all right? So that wraps it up, Sagittarius. That is your 2025-2026 solar year forecast. Peace.